Hey y'all, Monk Joseph here. Welcome to Broken Buddha. I just want to talk about modern challenge matches. Not that there's really such a thing, but I feel like it's something that needs to be addressed real quick because I see a lot of these things getting misconstrued in society. So let's go ahead and get started. Um, People challenge people more these days in public, I think, than from what I recall, and they're not really challenging you. Most people just want you to back down. Um, and if you know who you are and you make it clear who you are, a lot of times they won't continue to go. What I mean by that is, if you want to challenge me, you want to challenge the praying monk, Monk Joseph. Okay. First off, this is going to go differently than me with a fighting monk. I've made it very clear I'm not a fighting monk. I don't know how many times. I need to get it tattooed somewhere or something. Um, so it's not that I'm not going to try to equalize you when you step to me, or that I care if you hurt me or anything. Just I have an obligation to my community. So me personally, after you prove yourself to be a sociopath by assaulting me for what I can only assume is fun, after I equalize you, whether you end up in the hospital or not, I'm going to call the police because you're a sociopath running around assaulting people. There's lots of countries you can go to, and if you that's how you think you want to act, there's a lot of places you can go. I could call my friends in Europe and you can go hang out with them in Poland, and they love a game of punch in the face for no reason. But this is not the country that we live in. This is not the situation we live in. I think most of us are trying to bring our communities up, not down. So yeah, I mean, in what world do you think that, like, if somebody came and assaulted your family, you would tell your family, hey, don't assault them back, and don't call the police? Like, you know what I mean? You wouldn't do this for the people you care about, but you expect other people to do it? Like, no. I am totally going to do what I have to. I'm going to alert the authorities there's a dangerous sociopath in my neighborhood after equalizing them. Yeah, because it's all just lazy, opportunistic challenge matches, man. The only reason most people are picking on somebody is, like I said, just to get them to back down. Most people stepping to you on the street, I'd say upward of, like, from what I've seen, like 90 to 95% of people stepping in the street are not going to swing on you. They will posture like they will, but they don't want to get in trouble. So it's really funny that, like, the person who doesn't want to get in trouble is calling you weak because either you call the police or you stand up in a way different than what they think you should. So you really can't let people project their weakness on you. They're walking around, they feel weak and inferior, they try to put it onto you, um, and yeah, that's just not how society rolls. And if it is how society is rolling, then we all need to step up and stop it. So I know a lot of this stuff comes from people like to throw out like stop snitching, and that's cool. I'm from Baltimore where the stop snitching movement started, and what you may not know is right around the time period where the families were standing up for the kids getting shot on the side of the street every day, is around the same time that the stop snitching movement rolled in. And I don't really have any respect for anybody who participates in it because you have to see it from my perspective, man. I grew up watching, on the news, a new little kid or three little kids shot every day in the street. I see the families finally stand up, and then all of a sudden the hip hop community goes, "Stop snitching movement!" Like, how dare these families stand up for themselves? Those are the same kind of lazy fighters that we're talking about here. You don't care at all about anything except for not feeling a 5 seconds of discomfort or facing consequences of your actions. Like, there should be consequences for actions like that. So I mean, I'm not going to go as far as to be like start snitching on everything you see. But again, if there's a dangerous sociopath in your neighborhood, after you put him down, call the authorities to put them where they belong with the other dangerous sociopaths who want to pretend they're freaking tough guys. All right. So there you have it. Yeah, don't be a sheep. Don't have people tell you what you want to do. I mean, when it's your kid getting shot by a stray bullet, I bet you're not going to stand up for stop snitching. Every single one of those criminals, if one of their kids caught a stray bullet, they would either exact street justice or somebody would call the authorities. It's just a bunch of crap for someone to get their way for 5 more seconds because they can't get what they're looking for in strength and intelligence at home, and that's not your problem. Don't let it be your problem. All right. And as far as accepting challenge matches, man, if you're not in a pro ring, stop playing around. Like, if somebody wanted to meet me in a pro ring, that's a discussion worth having. But if you're on the street, because your girlfriend break up with you and you've had one too many drinks, that's not a challenge match, man. You're just trying to punk somebody. Like, get over yourself. Like, get over her, get over yourself. Find a better way to deal with your problems than involving other people. All right, so there you have it. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Peace and blessings.